Hi Capricorn, welcome to this Tarot Love reading. My name's Sophia. Welcome to this community. Seeds from the stars, star seeds, twin flames and light workers. So what I was getting with Capricorn was a kind of a, I would say, now I'm not sure if this is you or your person. I can tell that, you're so close, that energy, a kind of a celebration. For example, for work, and now this is 3D. This isn't like your mission, changing the world, humanitarian, that kind of work. No. So you could have got a job, a qualification, a celebration or something like that. But I'll put it this way. I was thinking to, how do I explain what I was really getting? If I don't normally like to do interviews and stuff like that, because there's a couple of reasons. When people email me, can you go on a channel and do a chat or a show? First of all, the person is always negative, right? I'm like, well, you got to remove the negativity yourself, and the crowd that you like attracts like. So I'm not going to influence the people that you attract because you're negative, right? So I don't do it. But if that, the other thing is, if that interview person asks me, can you read people? I'll go, yeah. And if they say, well, oh, can you read me now? Right? Can you tell me a little bit about me? And this is connected to this energy I'm feeling. I will say, yes, I can. And you're negative and you're doing something that is not really you. Right? And she'll say, oh, I love this show. I'll say, yeah, you're good at it, but it's not you, right? That's what I was getting. It can't be. If you're doing, so this energy, what I'm picking up now is that celebration of something that is going to mean nothing. I'll just be honest. It's like you going and graduating, and what, your kids are graduating. I'm like, graduation and schooling doesn't, it's people, if it's highly out there and programmed on education, the most successful people are the rich and the famous, and they are entrepreneurs, which they are building their own business from their own sweat, blood and tears, right? Never really from education, right? Or famous, which is acting, which once again, you're reading and writing, you don't need to know the other stuff. So there's something here, a celebration of a job, which you're just going to get unhappy with. Do you see what I mean? So it was a good and a bad. And it's a horrible thing to say, because you might say, oh my gosh, yeah, my children just graduated. But I'm not here, as I keep saying to people, to lie to people. Honesty and truth is what I'm here about. You might not like it, but that's why I'm here. And so, or you could be out there, but I feel he's out there dancing, celebrating something, right? But the celebration is like quickly done with. Do you see what I mean? It's like me, I'm building this business. It's not here. It's not ready. It's not successful. It's not to the satisfaction. This is a progression of 3 years, right? I don't know how long it's going to take before I'm really out there and stuff like that. But what you've done, even college and stuff, you might say that's a big slog at doing something 5 years in studying university. I've never seen a doctor or a dentist with the passion that I have here. Right? When the Hollywood actors, with the passion that they do, when anyone's got some kind of a degree or certificate, it's never that. It's always a program. So there's some learning lesson here from that, right? I just got to be honest. So Capricorn, let's see what else. Let's see what the cards say. Let's see if they pick up about your person and blah, 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 blah. I've just posted a Oracle cards reading on the Facebook group. I'm going to answer questions today. So if you want to get in there, you got a question, not a personal question, but a generalized question about the twin flame journey or something, I'm going to answer that later on tonight. And also I'm going to do another talk video. I'm going to do a talk video. I give far more in the Facebook group because the YouTube is like television. You just watch, and you tell me someone who's rich, successful, famous, abundant, etc., humanitarian, by just watching telly, right? This is like telly, right? You tell me someone. So I created a book, so you can, a group, so you can engage, ask questions, and get off your ass. I'll be honest. Get off your ass instead of sitting on your ass watching YouTube, which don't do nothing, right? So I give you far more, so hopefully you invest far more into it. So plus people in mission, hopefully they're posting as well. I'm going to check that out today. If not, I'll pull them up as well. They can help you as well. There's a group of us up in here doing humanitarian work, so you can see, like, oh, it's not just how we do it, not just me, because people think I'm hardcore. I'm like, there's others in this community who can help you as well. So let's see. Wake up call, right? Five of Swords waiting to come out. There's already Seven of Swords out here. So like I said, there's a deception with the initial energy. But let's see what this reading's about. Balance, Justice, first card, Empress, Seven of Swords. So yeah, so like I said, there must have been like, I feel this is that celebration of, you know, kind of, and why I say that, this is the like legal way of doing it, like schooling, education, getting a good job, a legal way. The Justice card is cause and effect, but it's also laws. The law, human man-made law, is fuckeries. I'll put that out there. It's not designed, right, for individuality. And everyone is individual. They group it as if it's individual. For example, single parents, you know, black people, white people, you know, disability. But I'm a single parent. I'm completely different how I treat being a single parent, how my mum treated me as a single parent, how my sister treats her kids with a single parent. Everything on this planet is individual. So human law is fuckeries, right? And I'll say that to any solicitor, any judge, is fuckeries. And I've been in there battling about my to get my daughter for a few years. It was fuckeries, right? Racist as fuck as well. I'll just put that out there. And I saw several judges, several of them, right? So there's some kind of something here that I feel with this reading that you've nurtured next to the Empress or someone close to you. This could be family, right? You've nurtured, so she's nurtured her child to celebrate something which leads to Seven of Swords. And like I said, that was the energy at the beginning. It doesn't do nothing. For example, you've done a degree in, your son or daughter has passed a degree in law, right? And all you're doing is helping. I was at court, and no joke, right? I don't smoke. I don't drink. I did when I was like 17. I'm nearly 50, right? I don't have a criminal record. I've been an entrepreneur for over 2 decades. I've been quite, you know, I've always worked. There's no bad history of me. There's never is. I've had no dealings with social services or anything with children or nothing. Why the fuck am I not seeing my daughter? Because a white guy, and I'll be honest, right, and my mum's half white, my majority of my family, 90% of my family is white. My mum just married the black guy. The rest of my family married the white folks. So I'm half white and the rest married whites, and the majority of my family is white. But I saw the racism in my face in the legal system. So why I'm saying that is because why, if, for example, your son or daughter went and done this solicitor job, I'm going fighting for justice, right? And then they come across someone like me, right, who at that time, my husband nicked all my money. I couldn't afford to get someone. And this solicitor was just, all they done was, my ex-husband lied about me, and the solicitor went to the court and said everything that guy was saying. The solicitor didn't care if she was fucking over the mother not to see the daughter. She just listened. That's not the Seven of Swords. Do you see what I mean? I was watching Michael Jordan. Pissed me off, but it was good. That guy, fucking hell, it gives me such a boost to carry on what I do, because how much he put into what he wanted to do to be a basketball player, right? American, I don't know, you know, it's not in UK. It pissed me off because he had mum and dad support. I never had. It always pisses me off when I hear that, because I'm like, I didn't even have a mum support, let alone mum and dad support. Here's my point, right? He was out there and he was saying what he had to do, but he was individual doing it for himself, but unless you got loads of money or something like that, and which my ex-husband had, he had money to fight for things and do things like that. But the legal system, like I was saying, if you got if whatever this job is or whatever this celebration is which you think is nurturing you, is going to lead to Seven of Swords, because this legal stuff is crap. I don't know what else to say. They don't go into an individual, right? They didn't even bother to look to see about my history. There's like the daughters with the husband, that's it. Ex-husband, that's it. He gets her, right? Although I supported him, I paid the majority. I was the masculine in that work scenario. So there's something here like that. I don't know. I was saying about Michael Jordan. I can't remember what's it got to do with this, but this is what I feel. I don't know what you're doing or what you're thinking about doing, or maybe you're thinking about nurturing that way. Maybe you're thinking about doing it. The only law on this planet that works is natural law. So I know that it's going to be karmic balance with my daughter later on in life. Put it that way. I mean, thank fuck, she was 11 at the time. So that was like 3 years ago. So I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I've got the rest of my life to catch up with her. Do you see what I mean? And that's on him, because obviously when she gets an adult and I say, look, this is what happened, I've kept all the legal stuff to prove it, then he's going to fuck over. People do things in a moment. So my point is that that's why I hate the law, because, you know, I could lie. I couldn't afford a solicitor because he stole all my money. Didn't care. The court didn't care about that at all. Didn't care that I was paying for it. Didn't care the house he was in I paid for. Didn't care that the car. Didn't care that the clothes. Didn't care. He was the main carer. How's that fair? Do you see? So there's something here that you think is nurturing you, but it isn't fair. Or isn't going to be fair. Seven of Swords. And I'm here to tell you the truth. You don't like it or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's why I would never date a solicitor, a cop, a judge, none of that, right? Even teachers. I'm like, you know the system isn't right. You know you're teaching them stuff is stupid. Why are you in there being a teacher? It's anything that you go to and it's incorrect, you shouldn't be doing, right? A teacher goes to the school and you know that, you got to put up your hand and all this, and they're sitting on the floor, and it's like, it's a control. It's a control, right? Especially you're an empath, you I'm talking to, sensitives, your extra heightened abilities and stuff. The Queen of Swords is like, you don't want to know. Like, you're like, it's going to, see, this ain't a great reading. It's going to keep you left out in the cold. Defending people. This might be law. I don't know. It might be. Everything that I done a computer science degree, and it was shit, absolutely shit. I don't know how I passed it. Probably the lowest grade ever, right? I got in that, passing it. It was absolutely nothing to do with computers or science. It was shit. All businesses I've had, and I've had multiple businesses, right? Even this business, I've had no qualification or studying off. I connect with upstairs. They guide you. This is legal bullshit, which keeps you out in the cold. And it's like the mountains are behind her, and it's like you just go in. So this is just, you go in it's hermit, let's just say, because hermit climbs the mountains and stuff like that, and they give you the answers. But this is like, no, Sophia is my truth, because she's got this massive sword. Look, it looks massive, but it's Page of Swords. You're a student here. It's like, no, I've passed the law and stuff. No, you're a student. I've even said it to my person. And we was joking. I don't normally, because this is children. All children are amazing, not just his. But I was like, I bet you've had that conversation with your baby's mum about, Oh, the girl's so clever. She's going to be a solicitor, a doctor, this or that, accountant. And he started laughing. I said, see? I said, you're fucking up your children. I tell him the same. And I say to anybody, I said, how can you put your child to do something when, like I said, go to the nitty gritties. Police don't help no one. Police don't help no one. I don't see them how the Hollywood films make it out, doing an investigation to solve crimes and normally walking around the streets doing nothing. And I'll say it to policeman's face, right? They don't. There is an actual, is a hierarchy system of, okay, everyone today, we're going to get, today's schedule is getting drugs. So what do? They go out and look for the black guy because he does drugs. I'm just giving an example, but that's what it is. And that's why they always nick the black person for drugs, because they have a kind of a quota of today we've got to get drugs, or this week we've got. That's how they run it. It's no like, okay, well, we have to, let's clean up the streets and all this Hollywood bullshit. The justice system of this world is crap. And there's something about you with the justices. Look, 7 of Swords, heartbreak, and I said there was 5 of Swords next card. This is waking you up to what you are nurturing. Like most people, I want them to be a solicitor. I'm like, you could have someone there who's done something wrong, and just because they booked you, you have to lie on their behalf. This woman at court, the judge said to me, you look like you're more pissed off with the solicitor. He didn't say pissed off. He was like, it looks like you have more of an issue with the solicitor than your ex-husband. Because she knew better, right? She should have known better. She was bothered about the money. My ex-husband, I understood because he was scared, because he knew I was gangster. He knew I had more over him. And he was scared I was going to take her and that was be it, right? He knew me. She didn't. She was just there for the money. This will fuck you over big time. 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, right? Heartbreak, right? That's karmic injustice in your ass. This is, be careful of what you are teaching your children to become. I'm going to do a talk video about your children today in the Facebook group. I don't know, listen, I got to read what I got to read, but this is important. It's very important what your children and what you're showing to your children. Like, or be a doctor. Doctors don't even get breaks, right? But they save people's lives. You always hear it. They have a 10-hour straight operation to save someone's fucking life, and they're working 10 hours straight. The fucking system of today is fucked. Why do you think you're a light worker, starseed, twin flame? It's fucked. Doctors are working 10 hours and they get an hour's break and then they call back in. It's ridiculous, but they're saving people's life. The poor people, right? The rich, they got people right next to them on tap. That's why I'm always like, be an entrepreneur, make your own money. This is his reading. Wake the fuck up to what you are thinking you are nurturing and what you are showing your children to nurture. Right, okay, that's this reading. You want to know more, join the Facebook group, book me, get an image reading for your children. Sonia in the community is brilliant. I do it, children's reading as well, but it's not on my website. But Sonia does it. It's in the Facebook group. Can't remember what her channel is, or you can email me. This is about, look, 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, like I said, 5 of Swords. Change that. Right? I'm out. Speak to you later.